Hello again, Bingo fans, and welcome to Pinball Warrior 2 Collector's Edition. The rules are simple. All squares are worth the same as they are in regular play, and each player will have 1 minute to analyse the board before they're let loose in a 15-minute dash to score as many points as possible. The player who scores the most points in that time frame will win the coveted Pinball Warrior Champion title, with the tiebreaker going to whoever gets their final score faster. Good luck! It's time to play Pinball Warrior 2! And here we have our final pinball of the season. Maybe not forever, but you know, for this season at least. With Yomsa __ going straight into Dogenzaka Hill.
As is tradition at this point.
Yeah. People that know what's up go into Dogenzaka Hill first, I swear. And the classic right of street. Cannot go wrong with that.
Not getting hit by every car on the way down. Krabby, take note.
Yeah, that's kind of the secret strategy.
The real pinball pros can get right of street and also not get hit by all of the cars.
Yeah,
that's the mark of a good player.
Warriors. Shibuya Cubby, everyone must get Shibuya Cubby. I think everyone has got a Shibuya Cubby.
It would be
a single person that hasn't.
It would be really funny to not get Shibuya Cubby.
Yeah, just like avoid it on purpose, just to throw people off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why haven't they gone for Shibuya Cubby? Oh, I don't know.
Like, there's no feasible strategy you could be doing that avoids Shibuya Cubby.
Yeah.
So it would have to be like, either you completely didn't see it or an intentional.
Unless you don't go to Shibuya Cho at all, because at that point maybe, but like.
Which would be a terrible strategy.
Yeah. The board's made in such a way where you probably want to go to Shibuya Cho at some point.
Yeah. Crazy how that works.
Right, we've got the crane as well. I mean, I think we're more or less going to see a standard pinball opening here. You know, Shibuya Cho, get most of it, and then start going to the exciting part.
Can crisis.
Oh yes. At that moment of, oh, sugar, I need more cans.
I was gonna say, I was like, she is going up there with 7 cans. I don't think that is the way that that's supposed to work.
And that's the way it's supposed to work. 10 plus cans, you get the center floating, and you head out to, I can only assume, Shibuya Terminal, and then Shuro Street. Yep, classic Shuro Street entrance. Underneath the... Did we decide it was a dinosaur or a hippo? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Contentious issue.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Oh, we should...
Ooh,
I was about to say, will she go for Canaro also, or just south of Hayashi? But before I could even get the sentence out.
She's going for it. Boost, 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 and into the canals. Yep, there we have it. So that's an interesting square in the sense that for bingos I consider it practically useless. Like,
yeah,
most players haven't gotten Dogen 100% graffiti. 1, maybe 2 have gotten top of observatory, and FRZ, you know, it's kind of an okay one, but you need like one of those squares to like build out a bingo. And so far,
row 1 is miserable. That is not the right platform.
Just pretend it's any percent. Oh wait, yeah, because it's literally defaults only.
It's defaults only, yeah. But yeah, that row 1 bingo is unkind. You have to get top of observatory, you have to do at least a partial sewers climb, you have to go to Kibo, So if you want to do it optimally, you have to get a stall launch.
I mean, my heartfelt opinion is store launch no problem. The sense structure no problem. If you're good at what you do, you can just climb up there no problem. But
that's very fair, but it still makes it like an intimidating bingo to go for.
yeah, I think the only issue there is SDPV top of observatory. I personally do not think that is a soul worth going for. Like 9 times out of 10, unless you're like really pushing for it. And it's by design. I tried to make the corner ones more or less as out of the way and probably not ideal to get as possible. Hence, you know, catwalk near cube and upper platform near end.
Yeah. This is interesting. We have going into RDH souls presumably before going further into sewers. We've seen pretty much every other player just run right through RDH and pick stuff up on their way back out.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think logically it makes sense to go all the way into sewers, and on your way out you kind of go back around. It looks like she's also going for sauna.
Interesting.
Which a few players have gotten, but again, it tends to be something that's saved right until, you know, the end of Kogane.
Yeah.
I mean, equally, kind of, you know, in hindsight vision, which I have right now, I'm kind of thinking, could have gotten sauna and then gotten, you know, top of station.
True.
Then again, I'm sure if you're going for top of station specifically, it's fast to do that way in, but also because we're going into sewers again, it maybe would have made a bit more sense to do it on the reverse. But you know, it is what it is, and we're still on what, 8 points? That's still not bad.
Got 8.5 more minutes to go.
Plenty of time to get those bingos in as well. Good old
First
sewers
try.
entrance, which kind of makes the row 4 look quite nice. I mean, all she really has to do is go into FRZ and just grab the very top of the end of the first maze. Ooh, that is the reason why many players kind of opted not to go for center structure, is that potential.
Who have we seen climb sewers so far?
I want to say Nago.
Definitely Nago, and I think maybe also Krabby.
Yeah, maybe. And also Yomsa now.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not so much like a difficult
nice
square, but it's like a scary square.
It's a
especially
very
because
easy square that just has a potential to go wrong.
yeah, if
badly.
it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I mean, I guess missing the sewers climb like once or twice isn't a huge deal, but it's still something you would like to avoid generally. Yeah. And also, it just feels bad.
Yeah.
Sewers climb just feels miserable to mess up.
Okay, so we're seeing a committal
really in the bottom
here.
point.
I mean, here's what I'm thinking. At top of observatory, this could be setting up for a pretty interesting double bingo.
Oh, yeah.
You go into FRZ, that's 2 of them. Kiba onto tower, that's probably the one that's most out of the way at the moment. And bottom point, that's kind of a freebie right now.
Yeah, interesting.
It's a very... I'm trying to think of the word. It's a very aggressive kind of play for this game mode. I think, keeping in mind we're past the halfway mark, and you know, still kind of in Kogane, you know, we're kind of coming up to 9 minutes on the clock. You know, we've got 6 minutes remaining soon enough.
She'll just have to be really fast out in Darkside, which is unfortunate because all of the bingos it looks like she's setting up will be longer Darkside souls.
Yeah.
Like, you can get most of the stuff in Darkside pretty quickly unless you're relying on top of Observatory.
Yeah, I kind of think, there's a lot of good Darkside souls, but maybe when it gets to Darkside, we're just going to see if it's not a square for a bingo, it's not a problem. Because we see Yomsa's going into FRZ now, so that's going to grab 2 more squares, I imagine.
The top of observatory double bingo would be a power move, though.
Would be a power move, but at this point in the game, I'm kind of thinking Kibo. You might just have to drop that.
Yeah, she could go for like row 4, if assuming she gets everything in FRZ.
Yeah.
Because those are both like much faster Dark Side Souls. So she can do light wall ride and Highway Zero under entrance, and then spend the rest of the time climbing observatory and get 2 bingos out of it.
Truly born to bingo. Forced to
go to SDPP. Alright, so we have that soul that I'm forgetting the name of.
what the tube soul.
The Tube Soul. Couldn't remember if it had a more specific name than the Tube Soul.
It's just the tube soul.
Alright, that was a really fast FRZ though. So that bodes well.
Yep. So at this point,
She could go to 99th, get Center Dark, and then do Dogen Graffiti for the diagonal.
into Kibo at 11
Into
minutes.
Kibo. That's scary.
I'm scared.
I'm scared also.
I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Under tower, not a bad soul to grab. You know, if you can get in there, immediately soul launch, immediately Kigo back her out, it's whatever.
It's the same
There's
kind
the
of like.
soul launch. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
okay, yeah, sure.
Close enough. It's
It-
the same kind of like intimidating to go for as Sewers Climb. Like it's not hard to stall launch and then Eco Baka, but it's scary.
I mean, I think it's the you're talking to me. Well, I treat this the same way Nago treats Sewer Climb. Just do it. Just get it. But
Do it. Is she
going
further
deeper
in?
into Kibo.
That's scary.
Okay.
I am officially scared.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes left on the clock.
She's gonna have like 2 minutes to do everything in Darkside.
Yeah, this is.
I'm gonna say top of Observatory is probably not happening, which is such a shame because that's a double bingo.
Yeah, there's so many points on the board right now that are just locked behind 1 or 2 dark side squares and quick dark side squares. The Kibo under platform is unfortunately a bit too aggressive, I think. You know, just this 1 point could cost multiple others.
Could cost her a lot of points.
Yeah.
Yeah, because looking at the board, we've got floating pink half pipes would finish a bingo. Top of Observatory would finish 2 bingos. Grabbing Center Dark and Trash Pit would be a bingo. Grabbing
Wall Ride and the Highway Zero Souls and floating pink half pipes, Center Dark. Like basically, if Yomsa sweeped 99th Street in Highway Zero, that's 2 bingos. SDPP floating pink half pipes, another bingo. Top of Observatory, 2 bingos. This square may have just been 1 too many.
Yeah, going to Dino and Highway Zero is a bingo. Like all of the squares that are left on the board are fast.
Unfortunately, Yomsa's going to be constrained to the, you know, the speed of the character.
Yeah. Yeah, she just full cleared sewers. She's full cleared every area she's gone into except for doing Dogen Graffiti. Which is certainly, like, an approach to have to pinball.
I mean, I'm thinking, if you cut out some of the minor time losses, you know, maybe the plan's a bit better. Because, you know, maybe you've got perfect time, but there's Light Wall Ride.
Less than a minute off the clock.
This is Blue Balls Bingo. Like,
don't call it that.
That's what it is. Look at all these bingos. But
I'm so mad.
Happen. Oh no, there's 30 seconds left. I mean, maybe we'll see Central Dark, but again,
that's not a
makes it
bingo.
worse.
That sets up 2 more bingos.
Oh no. Okay, there's Central Dark. 10 seconds left, that's just...
This is the funniest board I've ever seen.
No.
I think this is as close as you can get to getting a bingo without getting a bingo.
Yeah. I don't think you can physically get closer to more bingos. That is tragic. With that crushing finale, we've reached the end of Season 2 of Jet Set Radio Future Bingo Pinball Warrior, and we can reveal that the winner, with 26 points, is 7th Ace. While it may be our final player for this season of Pinball Warrior, we still have one special episode of Pinball Warrior to go, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget, it doesn't matter if you're short or tall, we hope you enjoyed Jet Set Radio Future Pinball.